County Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, and the Badgers will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
That's caught. It's Horton. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Badgers offense has the ball for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football, so we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. On the move. Oh, he's got a chance. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Gets it to him on the screen. Turning it on! They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. Just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Back to pass. It's complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Hampton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Miller. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll try the left side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try the run. Picks up the first down, still moving. Gashes him in the middle. Touchdown, Bama! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. A little bit of feeling each. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Makes the catch. Breaks into the open. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll sneak it. Past the first down marker and still running. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Badgers are flying down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Jet sweep to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Miller. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Hunt is on its way. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. They get to him as he throws. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. From the gun, wants to pass. Make a sack back at the 36.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He'll start this drive going to the air. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Miller. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To the air, it's Simpson. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. There's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Hands it off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. To the air, it's Edwards. This time it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Looking to throw on first down. And the timing just a hair off. Backed up now, here's second and long. Power football with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Mason. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it's no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football.
There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for first down. He'll keep it himself. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, second and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's reeled in, it's Bernard. Good pickup on that play, it'll bring up second and 4. Caught in the backfield, it's Adams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Miller. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Bernard. Oh, it's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. On the move. And that ball's free behind the line. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Caught in the backfield. It's Cuevas. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anthony. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Dupree. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Lets it fly. He's got it. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Makes the grab.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Pressure coming. And this is going to be incomplete on third. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. Miller with the ball. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looking for a productive play on first down. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Hold it.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. The give is to Miller. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks, it's Adams. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The run from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll do it himself. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal blocking.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The give from the gun. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Horton. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Got it behind the line, it's Miller. And runs through another guy. Flying down the left side. Touchdown Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Now, when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll leave it with the lone back. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Makes the catch. It's Anthony. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The give to the tailback. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Catch in the middle. It's Anthony. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. The option look. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UCLA is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Southern California for some time. They're up by 22 over New Mexico. We'll circle.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. Nice move there. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle, it's Ballard. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. To the air, it's Edwards. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Miller with the ball. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Now on first down from the 43. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back to pass, it's Simpson. The throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Caught in the backfield, it's Adams. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Pushes for the goal line. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Finding it tough to make positive yardage, now third and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Off-play action on first down. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. To the air, it's Edwards. Quick strike complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man in the middle. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Brooks. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anthony. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Handoff to the single running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Powers through. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now, the 7th sack of the game.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Badgers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, 4th and goal, you're backed up a little bit after a couple bad plays, and you make the play. You needed it. You find your receiver, throw it up. He goes and gets it. What a play by this offense in a critical moment.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 32 over Washington State. This one is actually kind of
Turning it on! Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Motion from the back. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Grab behind the line. It's Adams. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. The Badgers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. That's caught. It's Ballard.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Caught. Close to the marker. It's Anthony. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Dupree. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Holding.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. The snap sets up to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Brooks. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught in the backfield. It's Dupree. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved him forward just a few. They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it through? A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten the rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Ballmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are, but when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports